cantar, a voz sai gasta, cheira a ferrugem e a quarto apagado. Trago na boca cais antigo, sal colado ao céu da língua, nomes riscados na madeira que ninguém chama, as mãos vazias, cheias de sítios que já não sei desenhar. A mala velha sempre pronta, sempre parada no mesmo lugar. É a minha voz que emigra de mim, que chega primeiro onde eu não vou, conta a história toda ao caminho e só.
Hello everyone, welcome to Portugal. I'm super excited for this one because it's gonna be my first camping attempt in Portugal. Let's see if we can make it. The way in was already harder than expected because at one point the whole street turned into sand and it was pretty much impossible to ride my bike. So I took the first little open space that I found that's a little bit off the main road because I don't want to interact with too many people. And yeah, I found a beautiful space. It's all flat, there is shade, it smells good, the birds are here. I think we're gonna call it home for tonight. And the second reason why I'm really excited for this one is because this is gonna be my first mukbang. I hope I said that right. I've never done this before and I just recently found out what it is. I think the original comes from Korea and it's about eating a lot of food and documenting it with like your video and talking about your experience. That's perfect for me. I love to eat a copious amount of food and we're doing a video, so it just fits perfectly. One main dish, big tortillas. Well, the thing is, I don't know if it is tortillas. Tortillas can mean so much, right? Because there's the Spanish tortilla, which is basically an omelette with potatoes. Then there is the tortilla chips, the triangles. Then there is the tacos, which I think some people call tortillas. But then there's also the tortillas, the freaking flatbread or whatever you want to call it. So I have those. I have some wraps. I'm gonna make some wraps. There you have it. There is just one problem regarding the mukbang and the food situation. We are in a Portuguese pine forest, which means this is a very dry forest. It did rain yesterday, but I still would not want to make a fire in here, and it's also not allowed. So if you don't have a fire, it's really hard to enjoy a nice hot meal, which means today our meal is gonna be cold. But it sounds worse than it is because I bought some nice stuff that will be delicious enjoyed cold, so I don't think it will be a problem. The only problem is the meats that I bought for it, I don't want to let it sit all day in the sun. It's rather warm out here. So I'm gonna start today with the food. Usually I start with building a shelter and then it gets dark and we do some freaking sushi in the night in my hammock. It's all gonna be different today. We're gonna be camping and we're gonna be having a picnic, you may call it. So we're gonna start with the picnic. It's gonna be amazing. All right, here comes someone. All right, that freaked me out a little bit. There was a pickup truck coming in or turning around or doing something right at the entry of this little side patch here. I was getting ready to pack up and leave. Lettuce. I thought it was lettuce or at least spinach, but it turns out it's beetroot leaves, but it's still edible raw, so yeah, we got rainbow colored beetroot leaves as our salad substitute. Tortillas, 1 kilogram of chicken. Yes, sir. Some radishes that fell out already and that will maybe not survive till the main course. Chorizo. I don't know what's extra. It says like it's extra good and it costs extra. It costs like double the amount, so I hope it's worth it. Then we got a big radish. I love those. I don't know the real name. Are these the same? Are these just cousins? I'll never find out. But this stuff, like thinly sliced with some salt, amazing. Carrot. Usually I do 1 carrot before I start eating because in France they call it crudité. If you eat some raw vegetables first before eating, you lower your blood sugar spike by up to 50%, I think. Because the fiber in the raw vegetables acts as a buffer for processed foods to not be digested so fast. So for example, bread, it's very processed, right? It started as a grain, but now it's a freaking tortilla. That means it can really fast go from digestion into your system, and this causes a blood sugar spike, which causes inflammation in your body and is the cause for a lot of disease throughout our lives. I brought a plate because I thought if we do a mukbang where it's all about eating a lot of delicious food, we should serve it nicely, right? So I brought a plate all the way out here and was hoping I don't break it. I got some cheese. Hueso de vaca curado. Cheese, curd cheese with pimento. I got some toxic looking hot sauce. So freaking green. Molo de mel e mostarda, honey mustard sauce to balance the chili sauce. And we also have a tomato. That's pretty much it. The rest is for breakfast. Numero 1. That is really good. Molho pimenta verde. So this toxic green hot sauce, it tastes a little bit like Tabasco, like a little bit on the sour, spicy side. It works really well with the hot mustard sauce. So those two, perfect combination. Rotisserie chicken, you cannot go wrong anyway. In a wrap with some beet leaves and some tomato. Lovely. This little spider wants to get part of the action. Go back where you came from. I'm really happy there's no flies and no mosquitoes, at least yet. Numero 2. Or dois. One for me, one for the wrap, one for me, one for the wrap. Bones like this is the reason you cannot give it to cats and dogs, eh? It's a toothpick. I used to be vegetarian and vegan for a long time. Now I'm gnawing on some bones. Meat is like a special occasion for me. It's a special food, right? I do eat it, but it's seldom, and I really appreciate it when I do. I think with this one we're gonna go a bit crazy and put some cheese in it. What type of person are you? Do you eat the skin of the cheese? Because I used to not eat it, but then I went to places like France and Quebec, And some people, it's like a sacrilege if you throw any part of the cheese away, no matter how moldy it is or how the condition of the crust is. The crust needs to be honored. So I started eating more crust and it's pretty good. This one obviously is made to be eaten, but you know which ones I mean. There is somewhere like, meh, this is just pure mold. I don't need to eat this. I'm a big tomato fan. Just sliced tomato with salt. If it's good tomatoes, such a good food. And here they have really good tomatoes. They're almost green, but they have more taste than the dark red ones in Austria. Number 2 coming through. Opa, usually I make my wraps way too big, but today, not so bad. A little bit of sand. So I brought a plate all the way out here into the forest, just to use my hand. I mean, the cheese was good, but it feels a bit like a waste because it gets drowned out by all the hot sauce and chicken and everything. I don't think we need it. Chicken, hot sauce, and like veggies. Perfect combo for a wrap, I think. All right, that's 2. It's gonna be hard to eat all the 6. It's gonna be quite tough, but I'm here for it. So I brought something interesting today, which is dehydrated bamboo paper towels. So basically, I've been carrying those around for all my adventures in Canada and never used them, so I want to use them today. Apparently all you have to do is put a bit of water on it and it extends into a paper towel. Bamboo, organic, ecological, and saves a lot of space. There's sand everywhere. But it's time for number 3. Numero 3. I think, or tres. Numero 3. That's some good chicken, man. A little chicken wing. Crispy chicken, yeah. Let's not cut ourselves again. Yo, boy. Number 3, let's roll it up. Halfway there. Halfway done. Okay, that one was a bit of a mess. Not gonna lie, but it was delicious. 3 more reps to go. Oh my god, I'm kind of full now. Number 4. The hardest part is picking the bones apart. Tomato. Whole lot of lettuce. Hot sauce. And that's it. Stop the clock. Okay, I'm happy with that one. Cheers. All right, number 4 was pretty hard already. 2 more. Let's see if I can do it. Big machine. Oh, it's coming in, I think. Nah. Okay, that's it. That's the last piece. Number 5. Number 5 was a challenge. Honestly, I didn't think it would be that hard. I'm not gonna open the chorizo. Maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll save it because it's enough meat, 1 kilogram of chicken. We're good. But I'm gonna eat that wrap, make it a veggie wrap, see how it compares to the chicken. And then we're gonna call it a day. Ooh-wee. Oh, I can make a cheese wrap. Perfect. Because it did sound a little bit sad when I said vegetable wrap, didn't it? You were a little bit disappointed, I know. Me too. Number 6 is gonna be a cheese wrap.
Fica esse prato na mesa, talher torto, teu casaco na cadeira, cheirando a Porto Velho, a chaleira ainda a subir, como se tu voltasses, e o chão range, lembrando passos que não vêm.
That is heartbreaking. I just realized I wasn't recording the last wrap. It sounds like I didn't eat it, but I actually did. It was a cheese wrap because I was out of chicken. Cheese wrap with I was also out of tomato, so it was not really a good wrap, to be honest. And I really suffered through it just to do the challenge. And I made it, and then I realized the camera wasn't running, which really sucks right now. Because I was very close to not doing it, but I did it. Believe me or not, I did it, but yeah, it was cheese, carrot, lettuce, hot sauce, and some, how's it called, radish. That's it. And I really didn't feel like eating it, but I wanted to complete the 6 wrap challenge that I set myself. And I did it. Ooh-wee. You didn't need to see that. I was just suffering through it. Actually, I was chilling here on my pack, just munching slowly on it. I really took my time. Oh. All right, I feel super happy, super satisfied. It was a little bit too much, obviously, but I pushed through it. 6 wraps, done. And first I was a bit like, the last wrap, it was a fight. And it gives me a bit of more perspective because usually I'm someone who eats too much. And now kind of through this challenge, being forced of eating too much, I felt how bad it actually feels for the body to eat when you're already full. But yeah, now I'm really happy. It's not too heavy of a meal. It's not very fatty, so it's mostly carbs and protein, which I think makes it a bit lighter. So I'm ready to rumble. I think I will stretch a little bit and just digest a little bit. And then I will get my hammock set up. I'm just not sure yet where, but all I need is 2 trees and there is more than 2 here. So I'm gonna find a nice spot for the hammock. Maybe I'm gonna put up a tarp because it looks like rain. And yeah, hammock, sleeping bag, tarp, that's my sleeping situation for tonight. Like I said, no fire, so that's also why I want a tarp. I want to make sure I stay warm at all costs. I don't have so many layers with me because I already brought so much food and camera gear that I didn't bring a lot of clothes. But I have like 1 long sleeve merino wool shirt and some socks. There is these little bubbles everywhere. It must be an insect, right? What else would it be? I'm not sure, it just looks like foam. But why would there be foam out here? So either they did a firefighter exercise here or it's the eggs of an insect or something, right? So it was quite funny when I came in. I was pretty relaxed, right? Because if you have been following the channel along, You know that the two things that stress me out most so far while camping is paranoia of wildlife and other humans when I'm not really allowed to camp there. And for both scenarios I was pretty relaxed. Here in Portugal there is no wolves, there is no bears, there is literally nothing, I feel like, at least. Like there's birds and small stuff, but there is not really anything that can harm you. Then I come in and one of the first things I see is a weird sign with a dog on it. And I googled it and it turns out this is a hunting practice ground for dogs. So here you can train your dogs for hunting. That's what this forest is all about. So as soon as I saw that, it was kind of funny, but also was again a little bit paranoid that some untrained wild dog comes along and thinks I'm his prey, which is stupid, I know. All this paranoia stuff is completely nonsensical, same like some fear of hunting dogs being trained here. But I just thought it was funny that this kind of keeps following me around. And then secondly, I wasn't really concerned by people. 5 minutes into the forest, I find a couple with 2 dogs and they tell me in Portuguese something privado.
Vai em frente e tem que ir a maior parte do caminho assim a pé, ou vira para cima e depois tem que ir à estrada.
Aqui atrás e para cima.
Naquele caminho ali atrás também dá para ir para cima.
Okay.
Aqui dá para passar para baixo. Tem que ir assim.
fazendo. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. So I think to the right side where I wanted to go, it's private land, so I didn't go there. And they also told me something else, which after they told me, I think I figured it out. I think they wanted to tell me that with the bike, I cannot go there and I should go back to the strada, to the street. But yeah, that raised my anxiety a little bit about being on somebody's land and being kicked out and everything. Let's set up a hammock. I'm not sure where I'm gonna do this, to be honest. Everywhere I go, there's fallen down trees. All right, I found 2 trees that are big enough and where there's no big branches above me. Because I found many good places, some that were like looking a little bit more beautiful, but there's everywhere big branches broken. Like these trees are not stable. So I don't want the widowmaker crashing down on me in the night. So this is a safe spot. Nothing up there can kill me, which I think is the most important thing, especially because right now it's a very windy time. We're here on the coast of Portugal mainly to surf, but surfing has been extremely hard because it has been so windy. So keeping that in mind, I don't want to be somewhere where a tree branch can follow me. Hey, I still got my nuts. That's cool. Yes. That's how you do the hitch. Trucker's hitch. All right. Looks pretty good to me. Pretty good. I hope it's gonna be pretty good in the wind. Wind is quite an issue here. I will tie down both sides, so I will close the door here down. And hopefully that will save me from the wind. But I hope that not all night long the tarp is gonna be flattering in the wind. She wants to fly away, go with the wind. In another life, this tarp was a sail on a sailboat. It's so nice to hear the waves at the same time as the wind in the tree. Double relaxing. Right now I really don't want to get kicked out anymore. So I'm gonna bring all my stuff in, because here I'm a little bit more safe from viewers. I'm not sure where to put my breakfast. I'm a bit scared that the ants will eat it. So I'll probably put it in my bag.
feito fantasma no salão. Teu riso na parede, fotografia desbotar. Relógio preso nas 8, desde o dia de voltar. Noite de saudade, dobra o peso do colchão. Teu nome atravessa cada beco, cada oração. Noite de saudade, és ferida que não quer fechar. Se fecho os olhos, vejo cais, vejo-te a embarcar. Velha jukebox, canta o nosso refrão. Eu finjo que não ouço, mas treme a minha mão. Gente entra, gente sai, ninguém ocupa o teu lugar. Na montra chuva miúda imita o meu chorar.
Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day it is, and I have so much energy. I don't know why, maybe because I've digested 6 tortilla wraps with 1 kilogram of chicken over the last night, and now all this energy is in my body, but I'm ready to go. And I do want to have a big old breakfast, but I feel like I should do some exercise before I do that, just to not put food on food and actually burn away some of the old food, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna think about something to do, but let me set up my camp first, then we're gonna do some exercise, then we're gonna eat some food, and then I'm out of here. Also, why I have so much energy is because I actually slept a decent amount of hours, which I usually don't do camping, or not often, so that felt really good. At first I was a little bit stressed out, as I always am in a new environment. I was hyper alert just listening for 1-2 hours when I wanted to go to bed. But then at one point I just calmed myself. I didn't hear anything all night, so I was like, just relax and sleep, buddy. No need to stress here. Why are we doing this every time? There we go, the front door is open. So yeah, there was no wind at night as well, which was really, really nice. So it was a super silent night. There was just some frogs around having a good old time, but I didn't hear anything except that. I think once I heard a cat meow, that tripped me out a little bit. And one time I heard some voices, which was a bit trippy, but I might have also just dreamt that up. I'm hot. I dropped layer after layer for every round I did. And yeah, I'm ready to tackle the day. All right, I broke up my camp. All that's left is my hammock and this beautiful breakfast. I do feel ready for it now. If you know me, I'm not a big wake up and eat guy. Usually I like to fast for like 16 hours, clean out your system a little bit. At least it's nice, it feels good for me. All the things I do around food, except eating 6 tortilla wraps, is based around how my body feels usually. What I mean is I will try something like, hey, I'm gonna go vegan for a month, and then I'm gonna check how my body feels about it. More energy in the morning, afternoon, like throughout the day, how is it with sports, and so on. And if it feels good, it is good. And intermediate fasting really responds well with my body type, I think, and just it makes me feel good. Every time I fast for like 16 hours, maybe sometimes 20, 24 hours, I have a lot of clarity in my head. It's the perfect time to do like work, editing, or anything like brain heavy, like anything that has to do with a lot of thinking and concentrating. I think works so much better on no food and on fasting than after food. Because with food it's really hard to not have the spike and the crash and all of that. So I feel like with fasting, it's just you're gonna have pure mental clarity no matter what. But enough about fasting, let's get into feasting. So what I have for breakfast today is one big old chorizo. No, I'm joking. I think we're gonna keep that for another time. Something I've really looked forward to, and I really hoped the ants or the flies don't get to it, is pastel de nata. I sneaked 3 out of the house. They are the most Portuguese thing I can think of. And to be honest, I could have done all 6 of them. The other thing we're gonna have, because that's not enough, I brought some yogurt. Oh my. This is Greek yogurt and it doesn't look so good, but I put in chia seeds and walnuts. So chia seeds, walnuts, Greek yogurt, and then I brought apple and banana to put inside to make it like a nice yogurt snack. Some healthy fats in here with chia and walnuts and... Oh, I didn't bring a spoon. Who needs a spoon if you have a knife, right? Such a good apple. That is banana from Portugal. I'm never sure if it's actually from Portugal or if it's from the island they have. Because I think they have some tropical islands. And I think this is like a little cheat code. They say it's from Portugal, the mango, but then it comes actually, it flies in from the island and is not from Portugal, but they can call it that way. Knife spooning. That is really good. It's really good, but you have to eat them fresh. They're 1 day old, so it's not the same anymore. Just a few drops of water. You have a fresh tissue. You ready for this? Da na 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 na. That's good. It's like a little Portuguese cupcake. Bloop. Because the pastel is like on the edge of too sweet, and then the yogurt, the only sweet thing is a few fruits, so it's not really sweet, but very fatty. So it's a great combo. I'm not sure if this is what a mukbang is, but if it is, it was made for me. Breakfast of champions, they call it. Greek yogurt, nuts, chia seeds, fruits, and pastel de nata. All right, that's it, that's all. I see you in the next one. Peace.
Zanguei-me com o meu amor, não vi em todo o dia. Zanguei-me com o meu amor, não vi em todo o dia. À noite cantei melhor o fado da moraria. À noite